All right, what you doing, Pa?
Well, right now I'm going to take the slack out of this. I'm going to tighten that idler up and get the slack out of that chain.
Where's the idler?
Right here, when I got the wrench in.
Okay.
So you slide it that way to take the...
Oh, I see. Y'all see that right there?
Yeah.
You slide it up to take the slack out of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just checking everything else out. I put a new slip clutch on the pickup.
There's the boss back right there.
Yeah. Hi, that's me. I'm the boss.
Slip clutch.
Where? Just this right here?
Just this right here.
Oh, okay. This is the housing for the slip clutch. Okay. Where you going?
I'm going to show you the old one.
Oh,
That's the old one.
that's the old slip clutch? You took that off, why?
Well, because it was slipping a little more than it should have when I was over in that thick hay.
The slip clutch is not supposed to slip?
Well, it is, but it's supposed to give up before something tears it
Oh.
in the pickup. So I was picking up that damp hay when me and Tyler first started, and it got to knocking a little bit.
Ah.
Subject to wearing out. So
Okay.
and there's a official test where you're supposed to be able to put a wrench on it, a torque wrench, and if it moves under 150 foot-pounds, then it's wore out. But I just...
You'll be twine tying all this, right?
Twine tying as much as we can.
Yeah. And this is the twine. And you see the pulley up there. Comes down, goes around, goes here, underneath. How many wraps does it make? 11 or 12?
These are doing 4 inches apart.
There's one that comes off this side and one that comes off this side, and they wrap the bale in there.
Yeah. And so I think I've got it set on 4 inches. So the twine are 4 inches apart, and it just goes
Okay.
over and back. So.
And there's a close-up of the teeth that I show. I'll show y'all that picking up here in a little while. And why are you tying the twine together?
Well, so when this ball runs out, it'll go through and it'll start pulling out of this ball.
So you don't have to stop.
So you don't have to stop. So yeah. And hopefully the knot will go through the eyes without any trouble.
Pull the tag off.
That side done, gotta do the other side. Be ready to rock.
All right. And never, ever, ever go to the hayfield without a fire extinguisher, ever. Personal experience, we burned up well, we didn't, but we know people that have burned up hay balers.
We burnt one up.
We didn't.
Yes, we did.
You're
Burnt to the ground.
Your son did.
Yeah, my baler.
Caught on fire and we didn't have a fire extinguisher or anything available.
That sun gun went up before we knew what was going
Yeah,
on.
I know. It went fast, for sure.
Most of the time, you're lucky to get the tractor on.
Yeah. It goes so fast and you can't once hay catches fire, you can't hardly put it out.
Especially if it's got a bale in it, and them rubber belts, they get burning. And that one, it was an idler buried with bad and over where you oil it every day. So, guess what? I had hay dust and all. I'm gonna disconnect the kicker.
Why? Oh, because you don't want it to go downhill.
Hillsides and stuff.
So now it won't run the.
Yeah. I won't kick
It won't kick that bar out right there to throw the hay out. He'll be able to back up and put it where he wants it. It'll just pop right out this back door. What's in there?
It's the little lever that the monitor is connected to those, and that tells you how big the bale is.
Oh.
Or how even the bale is.
See?
That's what drives the bricks on the monitor. I couldn't reach them at my house.
So this is showing y'all how tall this windrow is and how thick. Sit down, Josie. All right, come on. I might roll you up. Making a big old windrow, and it's already made a lot of hay. And sometimes you have a little trouble in the hay field, right, Paul?
Yep, a little bit.
He's had to pull all that out because it got wrapped around that bar up there. His alternator went out, so we had to go get a new alternator put on it. And it's supposed to start raining when? 8 o'clock in the morning. So finally, after a couple hours of being down, after a couple hours of being down, he's ready to get back on the road. Hopefully. so you can watch and see how he does this. This is called net wrap, and this is what me and Pa prefer as opposed to twine. Right, Pa?
The twine gets tangled.
Twine's a little more work to get it off, and twine doesn't wrap up and make as pretty a bale as this makes. So you see, he's twisting that to help it feed through the rollers right there. Hang on.
Come out.
Right here is the twine spool,
Yep.
and that one don't work. So we don't get as much twine versus that.
Come here. Remember farm safety, back up.
Watch it to see if this will move.
Okay. We're watching to see if that'll move. And
See it all?
yep.
He's so excited. That's how he handles excitement. All right, all right.
All right. Thank you, Lord.
So now he's gonna twist this up to make it feed through the rollers a little easier. It'll pick it up more even that way. And then he's using just a hand crank, sorta, to get it to feed through.
And then you cut the pigtail off, the ponytail off.
Whose ponytail? You cut the ponytail off, and then she ready to rock.
You're primed
We
and ready
hope.
to try. That's just the old. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord. And then there's Mr. Shields right there. And he's loading his truck up. He's a real good friend of ours, buys hay from us every year, our neighbor.
Look how big this corn. Look how big this corn row is.
This what row?
Windrow, not corn row, windrow.
And she gone. So Mr. Shields buys from us every year. He's loading up his truck from the field.
That's not smoke. Smoke.
So let's see.
Y'all, watch.
Hang on.
After this. Woo!
Picking up good, picking up goods.
You got such a clean car. Hi there.
Hey y'all. We are at the Women in Ag Conference at Bilberry Farms in, are we still in, we're in Rickman. In Rickman, Tennessee. Right?
I think it's
Livingston.
It's Livingston.
Livingston, Tennessee. And we're going to go see what we can learn about ag. Judy, Terry, Jane is our chauffeur today. So we'll fill you in throughout the day or at the end of the day, whichever we're able. The video that you just watched is from hay season when he had some issues with the baler, but got it all fixed. So I thought we'd give you a rundown on what's been going on. How many rolls did you make?
891 is what I ended up rolling.
891 rolls.
On average year, I do 500 to 600 in the spring.
So that's a lot.
We were about 2 weeks later cutting than we normally are.
Yeah, you did not cut on Mother's Day this year.
No.
It was so thick in spots that you had to pull down to third gear, right?
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
crazy.
we had to bale slower just about everywhere we went. And burnt 3 sets of belts up on the 10-foot cutter. Not sure what's going on with that. Didn't have any trouble with it last year. Didn't have any trouble with the 9-foot this year.
So we had a question about the mower caddy, and y'all were wanting a review of what he thinks of it. So what do you think?
Oh, well, I didn't get to pull it much. That was most everybody else was driving that other tractor that had it, but it seemed to handle itself really, really well. That was the 10-foot cutter that kept burning belts up, so I wound up finishing what I had left to mow with the 9-foot and the Kubota. So we'll probably hang it behind the Kubota and see if maybe the tractor PTO, tractor hydraulics was weak, because it would mow fine early in the day, and then the more we used it, the more trouble we had out of it.
But you're not sure it was actually the caddy.
Oh, it's got nothing to do with the caddy.
Okay.
But the hats on the mower were wrapping up with grass, which means to me, it seemed like it was turning slower. So.
And the hats are
Where the blades are coming.
where the blades come out, yeah.
So I had to figure that out. May trade it in on a chrome. Before it's over.
So the barge wagon, so far we have hauled rock,
Yeah,
gravel, and spread it, and it did really well. But what happened?
The bottom of the cylinder blew out again. It would tend to.
It didn't just blow out.
It was about the third time it blew.
What did it do?
Well, I got as long as I keep the tractor in an idle, when I get to the top, it would do okay. But I wasn't paying attention, and I was over there trying to finish up the road at Goose Creek, and had the back glass up on the tractor. And when it blew out, it spewed hydraulic oil all over me and all over the inside of the tractor. So it took me 2 days to clean the tractor out.
Yeah. All over the inside.
Yeah.
Ruined a new shirt.
Yeah.
Because you can't get hydraulic oil out. I've washed it 3 times and it's still spotty. So I guess maybe it'll become a work shirt. I don't know. It may become a trash shirt. He was covered.
Yeah.
For future reference, the Spray Dawn Power Wash
Cuts it pretty good.
cuts it pretty good. It cleaned that tractor up real nice. And he took his seat covers off, and I put them in the washer, and I put just a little bit of that in there too. And they look brand new, don't they?
Yep.
Ooh, that wind's picking up. We might get some rain.
We might.
We need rain bad, y'all. So what else do we have?
Got the cheeseburgers put up.
Got the cheeseburgers?
They've been up for about a week, and they're not quite getting into the habit of everything yet, but they're getting close. So
Yeah, they're not. This bunch has been louder than usual, don't you think?
yeah, a little bit.
They haven't got, now their mamas, as you can tell, their mamas are fine. Their mamas are all out here just soaking up the sunshine and having babies.
enjoying an empty nest for a brief time.
For a brief moment. So the mamas are all like, phew, man, they're on sabbatical for a minute before they start dropping babies. We have 3 calves. Big Mama has got a calf, and Heidi has the latest calf, and a Kennedy Creek girl has a calf. So we got
2 Kennedy Creek calves.
well, one's bigger though. They've seen it.
Yeah.
We showed it. So we have 3 fairly new calves, all jet black. Right now, our biggest news is drought. It's a good thing that we went from 500 to 800 rolls, because we may be feeding hay here in the next 2 weeks. Reckon? I mean, it's that dry. If we don't get some rain here, I don't know what might happen. And I know we're probably not in as bad a shape as other people are, but we have little to no pastures. I know the pollinators are probably doing a little suffering too, but anyway. So there you go. A nice little rundown at life on Helton Creek. Y'all remember, you're never alone. Be blessed.